Hello everybody, today is Monday, April 23rd. It's 3:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On my right is my computer clock. You can see the date and the time here. And then on my left is the time in sales at 3:26 and 41 seconds. The Emini S&P currently trading at 26.66 and a quarter or so. It was a great day for the Autotrader. Before I begin, before this started, you saw the little GIF that was sent to me by YouTube that we reached 1,000 subscribers. So just wanted to share that with everyone. It's been a fantastic day for the Autotrader. First up is the DAX on the Super Renko 14 tick. This one is the one that has a $5,000 goal, and this did absolutely wonderful today. Literally had no drawdown, and almost every trade was a winning trade. There was one losing trade here just before it hit its goal, but we had 5 or 6 winners in a row starting here, and we got cut short by trail stops on some of these moves. It probably would have hit its goal earlier, but nevertheless it still hit its goal. Really testimony to the capability of the Autotrader and the potential of the Autotrader to catch these kind of moves. Okay, next up is the DAX on a 150 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this hit its goal at 2,500 with positive slippage on just 2 trades, and you can see them here. And so the template for this chart is here, and then on our trade management we have a limit order with an 8-tick pullback, and our goal here is 2,550. So actually we did not have positive slippage. Our goal 2,550. We had 1 tick of slippage. But still a very solid performance on the DAX today. Okay, the DAX on the Super Renko 14 tick with the lower profit goal of 2,000 also hit its goal with some slippage on the end, just on 2 trades here. Okay, the DAX on just a regular 150 tick chart hit its goal of 2,500 and had some slippage at the end. And there were these 2 trades here, and then this smaller trade here came up and hit our goal. Okay, the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick hit its goal of 1,050 with no slippage. This is the template for this chart here. We have a higher time frame filter, a Super Renko 6, and so many times the question comes up about avoiding chop, and this is a very excellent example. So the way the higher time frame filter works is that the lower time frame and the higher time frame have to be in agreement. And here we see a very choppy market. We see red bars and blue bars back to back, several swings. This is definitely a chop zone, and if you were trading this you could easily get whipsawed. But the Autotrader ignored this chop, and it ignored the chop because the higher time frame of the Super Renko 6 stayed short all the way from here to here, and did not give a long signal, so none of these long trades were taken. So what happened here is there was no blue bars coinciding with the higher time frame, therefore we didn't go long, we just stayed short. So this is a great example of the Autotrader being able to avoid chop, and it did so here as well with these trades here. Different kind of chop here, not quite as choppy as this, but 2 trades and an exit. It exited probably because of trailing stop, and then same here. So we actually had better exits, but it actually re-entered. And then here on the long side it avoided this little bit here. So we did draw down on this. Actually, scrolling back on the equity curve, we did have a pretty decent drawdown here of about 700 or 350 a contract, but then recovered from that quite a bit to come up and hit our goal. So pretty impressive on the Emini S&P Super Renko 4 tick. This chart has been seen a lot in our videos. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on the Super Renko 10 tick. This was pretty active today. I'm going to tighten up the equity graph so you can see we had a drawdown of about $650 or $325 per contract. And after that drawdown and all of this back and forth here, we recovered quite well, and it came up with mostly winning trades here. And so a really solid string of winners to ultimately hit our goal before the noon hour. And this starts trading at 8 a.m. and then stops trading at 2:30 p.m. Okay, the DAX on just a regular 8 Renko chart with a higher time frame filter of 10 Super Renko hit its goal of 2,500 and had a little bit of slippage on the end, but this had 3 winning trades in a row, and you can see the trades here coinciding with the higher time frame. So this was a pretty impressive looking chart here for the DAX, which did really well today. Almost all the charts we follow on the DAX hit their goals. And the reason I show different time frames like this on the DAX is to show the versatility of it. The Autotrader loves the DAX because of its volatility. So there's probably many other time frames that could be traded in the DAX that would work well with the Autotrader, ones I haven't thought of yet. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P on the 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this has a goal of 1,000. So indeed we hit our goal, had some slippage. Really nice signals on the indicators here going all the way back to here. So very, very nice on the indicators until this point. But trading was done with the Autotrader by then because it caught the swings that mattered here. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on the 987 Heikin-Ashi chart. We had a pretty minor drawdown here of about $137, and then we came up and we hit our goal. So pretty nice looking on the indicator signals here. When you get a couple of bars like this that turn red and then blue here, what that's telling you is that probably your sensitivity could be adjusted slightly, made just a little bit higher, even changing the moving average type, which here, reminding you of the dialog box here, has a definition. So you can smooth the trend algorithm by a simple moving average, the precision MA, or a smoothed MA, a volume weighted moving average, or a weighted moving average. So changing one of the smoothing type for the moving average could very easily turn this bar to blue. Usually a weighted moving average would do that. But once we got past the open, about an hour into trading, you got these really nice swings here, and the indicator signals are just beautiful right here. Okay, this is the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick without a higher time frame filter, and this has a goal of 1,000, so we hit our goal. Here is our template right here. We had no losing trades. We had 3 winning trades in a row. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P on a 1-minute chart. This only did 275 for the day. We kind of got robbed on this chart here. The settings are such that it's allowing for the biggest move, and so there was a lot of profit in this swing. Our entry was 26.77 and the market went as low as 26.67.75. So there was 10 points in that trade, and probably at 10 points I should start trailing by bars or something like that. But a lot was given back here, probably 50%. And then we had a couple of losers which drew us down. So this had an equity high of almost $1,000 on 2 contracts. Then we had a couple of losers here, and then this trade fared out pretty well, but just only ended up with 275 for the day. So a little bit disappointing compared to what could have happened with a little different money management. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick. This hit its goal of 750 and had 1 tick positive slippage. This starts trading at 12:30 p.m. and here's our goal of 750. So interesting thing about this trade here, and kind of a lesson to be learned, is it went short here. This was the first trade, and the trailing stop was way up here, and I manually moved the stop here. At the time, this looked about like this here. We were in the trade, and it was kind of going back and forth, and it looked like this. And I brought the stop in to like here, and then of course, so actually the stop was right here, and of course it got hit. And so because I figured it was going to get stopped out anyway, but I was wrong, and this probably would have hit its goal in a single trade here, but because of the line break signal and the way that works, it went short again and managed to have a winner here, and then it went long and had a winner there. But the moral of the story is it's sometimes really difficult to outthink the market. You know, what we think and what the market does is often two different things, and that's why using a tool like this can really facilitate your trading, because your emotions take over. You know, again, I thought for sure that this was going to reverse long and take me out, and I'd have a bigger loser and so on. And of course that didn't happen. I just didn't think it would go down from there, because I looked at the chart and I saw all this support here. I saw 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of support, and then this support, and this was another thing that I thought the reason it wasn't going to go down is because this low was a higher low than these supports. But once again, it goes to show that, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. And I got stopped out. It came up here, and then it rolled over for quite a long move. The high of this swing here was 74 1/4, and it went as low as 57. So that's 17 points lower. It's a lot. So I was very wrong on this trade. This would have easily hit its goal on a single trade. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 6-tick, and this hit its goal on a single trade right here. And so we have a goal of 1,000. This is our template, and a goal of 1,000. We've seen this chart quite a bit, so pretty solid performance there. Okay, next up is the Super Renko 4-tick Emini S&P, and this is the template here, a $700 goal. This is not using a higher time frame. It's just straight, but the sensitivity on this one's a little higher. Anyway, this did not get caught up so much in the chop here. It did have a couple of losers. I guess a little bit of choppy action here. Showed this on the other chart, but I think the sensitivity was a little tighter, so we got red and blue bars here. But it still caught enough winning trades to come within $75 of its goal. In fact, it might have hit its goal and had some slippage here. Otherwise, it wouldn't have got out right here and not hit this run. So I think we just got slipped badly on this. Okay, next is the Emini S&P on a regular 5 Renko chart. This had an equity high of almost to its goal. I think it came just shy of its goal by a few ticks. Our goal on this is 1,025, and you can see by my crosshairs on the equity graph, it looks like 965 here. And because it didn't hit its goal, obviously, with these two trades, it took a couple of more trades and then drew us back down to 187 in profits. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it happens. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching today.